Welcome to my video on timetable. I hope your kids will benefit from this video. Do drop me a mail with your suggestions and any clarifications on yanocom@gmail.com. Now, one thing about tables is if you know the tables from 1 to 5, if you have mastered the tables of 1 to 5, then the rest becomes a cakewalk. It becomes very easy. And as I've mentioned on the slide, each table forms a group. Like 2, 4, and 8, they go together, they form one group. 5 and 10 are in a group. 3, 6, 9, 12, they go together. 7 is a standalone table, but so the approaches are slightly different from other tables. Now we will start uh, our tables from 2 followed by 5 and 10. So we will go according to the group rather than going in a sequence. So one more thing that you will notice in this tables is they follow a certain pattern. Like table of 2, 4, 8, they'll always end in an even number. Table of tens always 5 in 5 or 0. 11 is the number written twice. Still 11 times 9, it's just the number written twice. The 3 table will always add up to 3, 6 or 9. Now, the 9 table is actually a very simple table. So if you leave out 2, 5 and 10, the 9 is the next simplest table because the unit digit that it ends in a very simple pattern. So if you notice 9 times 1 is 9, 9 times 2 is 18. So you see that this, 1, it's 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 0. So it's following that pattern. Now, the eighth table also has a sequence. The unit digit, it always ends in the sequence. It's 8, 6, 2, 4, 0. So this keeps on repeating itself. Next, I'll come down to the table chart. Now, what exactly is a table chart? A table chart is a big chart that shows you the results of multiplying two numbers. So we have a row, we have a column, and if you take a number in the particular row and then another than the number in the column and the place where the row and column number meet, that is the multiple of that number. So here I have this, actually this table chart, you can take a printout, paste it in the room, and this can be used to play a search and find game, which will help in, enhancing the table. If you notice in this chart, I choose any number, say 4 from the row and number 6 from the column. Now, the place where 4 and 6 meet, that is 24. So that is the multiplication of 4 times 6. Now, this table chart is also showing a very important property of multiplication, the cumulative property. And what is that? That is 4 times 6 is the same as 6 times 4. Table of 2. So table of 2, as you know, is if you can count in pairs, you're already using the table of 2. All the numbers, they're in an even number. The easiest way to approach the table of 2 is ask the kid to write the numbers from 1 to 50, and then after he or she has done, ask them to mark out all the even numbers. Once the even numbers are marked, just ask them to write them in an increasing order. And here we go. Done. Once the kid has mastered this table, we'll proceed to the next. That is the table of 5. This time also we'll follow the same thing. Write the numbers from 1 to 50, but instead of marking the even numbers, here we are going to mark 5 and zeros. Once those are marked, the kid will again write them in an increasing order, and we are done. The table of 5. So it's like 5 times 1 to 5 times 10. Next, coming down to table of 10. I guess table of 10 is one of the simplest tables because you just need to add a 0 to the number that is being multiplied. We can also do it in the similar method as we did the table of 2 and 5. So here we get 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Coming down to table of 3. Table of 3 is basically counting in threes, and as I mentioned before, the answers of a tree table always add up to 3, 6 or 9. Now, to approach this table, I'll be using a tic-tac method which I found really nice and easy. In the next few slides, we'll be using the tic-tac method for the table of 3, 6 and 7. We have all played tic-tac-toe as kids. So here what we do is we make a tic-tac square and place our numbers as shown below. That is, we start from the bottom left corner and mark them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Once we have what we insert 0 in the top row, 1 in the middle row and 2 in the bottom row. And then we have a separate square wherein we place a 0 and then we add the next number. That is, in the bottom row we have placed a 2. So what comes after 2? 3. So we put a 3 in front of that 0. So we get a 30 there. And here if you see, we have a table of 3 till 3 times 10. If you want to go to, calculate it till 3 times 20. Same thing. We put in our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 as mentioned before. And in the first row, we insert 3. In the second row, we insert 4. In the last row, we insert 5. And the square separate from the tic-tac-toe square with the 0, we put the next digit after 5, that is 6. So we have 60. And we have 3 times 11 to 3 times 20 in a jiffy. Table of 6. Table of 6 also follows the same tic-tac pattern as the table of 3. So we use the same square, put in the numbers in the similar manner, that is starting from the bottommost left corner. Insert 0 in the first, 1 in the second and 2 in the third row, and the square outside the tic-tac-toe square we have 30 again. Now in this case what we do is we mark the middle column of the first row, the corner columns of the middle row and again the middle column of the last row. So if you notice, we have a table of 6 till 6 times 5. Now from 6 times 6 to 6 times 10, we place our numbers in a similar manner. First row we insert 3, second row we insert 4, last row we insert 5 and then mark it in a similar manner. And here we have 6 times 10. So you can continue. It's one of the easiest method that I found to learn the 3 and 6 tables. Table of 7. So tic-tac method is also very simple for the table of 7. But the placement of numbers is slightly different from what we did in table of 3 and 6. Here we start from the right uppermost corner. So we place our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The next step is row 1 we put 0, 1, 2. Row 2 we put 2, 3, 4. The final row 4, 5, 6. And the square outside the tic-tac. With the 0, we put the next number after 6, that is 7. And we have the table of 7 till 7 times 10. So in this method also you can, continue in a similar fashion. Now coming to table of 4. So table of 4 doesn't follow any pattern as such, and the easiest method to approach this table is double the number. Double the table of 2. So if you have mastered the table of 2, then approaching the table of 4 is a cakewalk. And how to approach a table of 4. Okay, coming down to table of 8. Table of 8 is another fairly simple table to follow because it has a set pattern, that is 8, 6, 4, 2, 0. Now here what we are going to do is we are going to work out till 8 times 20. So you write 8, 6, 4, 2, 0 in 4 rows like I have shown here. And then what we do, in the first row we put 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. The next row we start again from 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The next 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And you won't believe it, you have the table of 8 in front of you, calculated till 8 times 20. Coming down to table of 9. Now table of 9 is a fairly easy table to learn, and there is a finger method which you can use, which I have explained here on the slide for the table of 9. But personally I like writing it down. I like the sequence method, wherein if you see the table of 9, it's following a sequence. That is, the first line is going in a downward direction and the next line is going in an upward direction. So if you just write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and the next you just write 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, you have a table of 9 till 9 times 10. Then there's another trick to approach the table of 9, which I have mentioned here in the slide. So you can even use this method to calculate if you want to learn table of 9. Strategies. So I found these interesting strategies on the internet and thought of sharing them with you. You can use these methods or the tic-tac method, whichever you find simpler, but everything leads to the same thing. It's going to help your kids learn the table in a very, very easy way. Thanks a lot for watching my video. Please feel free to contact me on nianocom@gmail.com if you have any suggestions or clarification. Thank you once more. Thank you.